So I'm sitting here having a nice cup of tea and I thought I could smell burning. Look at this. What's that all about? I've never seen a diesel heater chuck out that much smoke before. I guess I've got something else to do today other than upload videos. Why has it done that? That's a first. I wonder if my air intake pipe is blocked. It's almost like there's too much fuel going in there. Look at that. What is that all about? That looks alright. Let's take it off of there. Oh, let's take that out. That looks alright. I don't know. I don't seem to be having much luck with diesel heaters, do I, with this van? There's always something going wrong. When we was up in Scotland, I ended up having to put a whole new diesel heater in it. Yeah, I don't think it's meant to do that. God, sitting here enjoying my cup of tea, eating my fish fingers, editing a video, and it all goes wrong. I could see smoke going past the window. Yeah, it's not working now. Auto, no, we don't want it auto. Level. Maybe I should have looked at the instructions, eh? Right, I'll let you know how it goes. I've just changed some of the settings. I don't know what I've done. I've just turned everything up full whack. Tell you what, I can't believe how cold it is right now. It is summertime apparently, but it's still really cold. And also I've got my thermal overalls on, and while I was putting these on, this caught the corner of my eye. This is my workshop diesel heater. It's an all-in-one heater. It's a 5 kilowatt heater. It's got a really simple controller. Unlike the one that I fitted in the Vario, I don't like complicated things. I just want to be able to turn it on, turn it off. I don't really care for altitude adjustments and all them other settings. I just want to switch the thing on and off. So, because this is a 5 kilowatt heater, the controller is a lot simpler. I'm going to butcher this, take everything out of this, put it in the Vario. I think that's probably the better option. I get a simpler heater, and it's also a 5 kilowatt rather than a 2 kilowatt. I think I did make a mistake fitting a 2 kilowatt heater to such a big van. Talking about vans, you'll notice the Mercedes Sprinter here behind me. The raffle for the Sprinter is now live, so if you haven't got your £5 ticket yet, I will leave a link in the description of this video, purely for your convenience, of course. And if you have already brought a ticket to win Proud Mary, then I thank you in advance. And I wish you the best of luck. Right, let's take this apart. Now before I do actually take this apart, I think it'd be a good idea to take the heater out of the Mercedes Vario campervan, and we'll have a good look at that before dismantling this. This has been a good heater. I don't really want to take it apart for no reason. Yeah, let's get the one out of there first. I think it's going to be a bit tight in here. I might have made a mistake here, building all this cupboard out. Now when I built out my Mercedes Sprinter, I actually put the heater in a place where I could get to it in case the heater did ever fail, because after all they are Chinese, cheap Chinese knockoff diesel heaters, and they do go wrong. I should have kept to that philosophy when building this van out, because the heat was right back here. I do believe I'm going to hit my head more times than I need. Make this hatch accessible, easily removable. So I just want to show you where my diesel heater is so you can get an idea of how tight it is down in there. Look at that. It's way down now. Let's see if we can get that out. I've got a proper Webesto diesel heater exhaust clamp on this. I thought it'd be flash, see. There you go. Look at that. See, it's a proper clamp. Just leave it there. The inlet. There we go. Easy. 10 mil for that. I think it's starting to rain. I might have to move the van, otherwise my legs are going to get wet. Oh, pardon me. Still, skin is waterproof. That's what they used to say in the army. Our diesel heater is now disconnected. Here we go. One little tiny 2 kilowatt diesel heater. And yeah, look at the exhaust. I can tell already by just looking up the exhaust. It is sooted. It is black as. So that's probably a problem with that. I'm guessing what's caused that is the fact that I changed the fuel pump. I fitted an aftermarket fuel pump, and maybe the dose from that fuel pump was just too much. That's why that's sooted up. So now I'm left with a bit of a quandary. Do I clean this and fit a different fuel pump, put it all back together, or just fit the 5 kilowatt diesel heater? Yeah, I would prefer a 5 kilowatt diesel heater in here, I'm not going to lie. So I think what I'm going to do, disconnect the 2 kilowatt one, and we'll put the 2 kilowatt one to one side, clean it, get it all ready for the next van that I build, because the next van I build out is going to be a small van. So there's nothing wrong with this, it just needs a good clean by the looks of it. So we can do that, and we'll save this for the smaller van. Oh yeah, that is proper clogged up. Don't know if my camera picked that up. Unbelievable. And I fitted this in September, so it's not that long ago. But look at the difference in the size. You can look at the difference in the size. You can tell this is a 2 kilowatt, this is a 5 kilowatt. So yeah, I'm going to fit the 5 kilowatt one in the Vario, keep that smaller one for my next project. Now one thing that does worry me about this is the actual controller again, because it looks like it's built in. I'm not sure. It's got like a little finger hole there. Yeah, that finger hole isn't to get the controller out. If I break the controller, then the whole thing's a pointless exercise. Yeah, I broke it. Looks like it's been glued in there. There is a back to this, but it looks like it's been glued in. Right, I'm going to be very careful with this. Let's get a power driver on that. There we go. Just goes to show these all-in-one diesel heaters really are, it's just a heater inside a box. Yeah, completely different plug on this one compared to the one that's in the van. There we go. Yeah, it's stuck in with double-sided tape, look. Right, see if we can put this back together somewhat. Because if we can't, there's no point in doing any more. It means I've destroyed it. I was going to say, there you go, good as new, but probably not. Oh no, here we go. One controller all put back together. So theoretically this should go straight into the Vario with no dramas. He says, depends how long the wires are on the wiring loom, I guess. I just hope there's enough length with the controller. The moment of truth is upon us. Right, that should come out of there. Is it going to come out? Come on, you know you want to come out. Set yourself free. There you are. So that's the 5 kilowatt one. And there's the 2 kilowatt one. Quite a substantial difference in size. How much cableage have we got? Yeah, the wiring harness for this is very short. Look, I was expecting to find it all like bunched up and like the same as this. So the fuel pump cable I can just cut the plug off, extend it, that's not a problem. Same with the power cable, that's not a problem. But the controller cable here, so there's no way that that controller is going to reach inside the van up from the diesel heater. And I don't really want to rely purely on the remote to turn it on and off, because I think that'll be ridiculous. So that's a failure. The controller has only got 3 pins on it, so in other words it's a 3-core cable, and it's a simple matter of just cutting the plug off and extending it with a piece of 3-core cable, which is readily available. I mean, it's 3 cores. I mean, if you use something like household lamp cable, for instance, that's 3 cores. It's got a live, a neutral and an earth. So it's no big deal to just cut the plug off and extend it. So I'm going to go ahead and fit this diesel heater in my Mercedes Vario. First I need to cut the plug off of this because it won't come out of there. Oh, we love cutting plugs off. There we go. Right, so that is it. That's our wiring loom for the 5 kilowatt diesel heater that was once inside this case. So I need to extend the diesel fuel pump plug, which is easy. Just cut it off and extend it with a piece of 2-core cable. I need to extend the controller cable, which again, simple enough. Just cut the plug off and extend it with a piece of 3-core cable. It's not that difficult, is it really? So let's put all that to one side. The main unit itself, we can go ahead and install that. The wiring loom, I'm going to have to go and get some cable for that. But this is the main thing, getting this fitted, which isn't going to be that difficult. It doesn't look very sooty in there, so I think we'll be perfectly fine. Right, let's get this back in the Vario. Hopefully before it starts to rain. It should go straight in because the footprint of these is exactly the same, whether it's a 2 or 5 or even 8. This part is exactly the same from my experience. Oh, we've got to thread the diesel fuel pump cable through first, haven't we? That needs to go through before fitting this. Right, got an idea. Let's go and cut the plug off the other one. So I'm just putting everything back together underneath here, and I'm pleased to say everything fits. They don't give you a lot of room to work in, do they? That's staying up there. Put a cable tie around the cable, like that. That'll hold that away from the exhaust. Yeah. Right. So that's everything done underneath the van. All I've got to do now is cut these plugs off, make the cables longer, and then connect it all up, and we should be good to go. Honestly, I don't know what is going on with the weather. The minute I started doing my wiring, it started to chuck it down. So I had to swap the vans around, bring the Vario into under the barn. As soon as I finish wiring everything up, put everything away, the sun comes out. Anyway, it's done. We've got our new remote control up here. I did extend the wire a little bit. It's not pretty, but then I was rushing because it was absolutely chucking it down. Let's try it. Let's tuck those wires away because they look a bit untidy. Is it going to work? On. Yeah. It sounds like it's saying my name, doesn't it? It says CO30. I wonder what that means. I haven't got the instructions for this one either. But yeah, have a look at this. So it's saying CO30, but it is flashing. It looks like it's working. Can't hear anything yet. Yeah, I can't believe the sun's come out, mind you. It looks like it's going to be short-lived. Still, I'm pleased to say the Sprinter started up on the button. Even though I've not driven it for a good 2 weeks, she fired up straight away. I should have filmed it really. I can't hear anything. Oh, here we go. I've got a bit of a rumble down here. Here's the vent. Oh, more importantly, let's have a look outside, see if it's smoking. Oh, there's a bit of smoke. Yeah, it smells a bit as well, but then the exhaust was full of smoke, wasn't it? Probably all sooted up. The pump is running. Yep, there's heat coming out of it. It does appear to be working, and there's no smoke. I'm just going to check, make sure there's no leaks. Should be all right, but I want to check anyway. Dry as a bone under there. The cables are well away from the exhaust pipe, which is always good. I'm going to cut this down off a little bit because it is a bit long, a bit dangly. Sounds like it's working, a treat. Oh, and there's the so-called silent fuel pump. And I think this fuel pump was probably dosing too much fuel for that 2 kilowatt diesel heater. Probably why it got sooted up. So there you go, we live and learn. If you've got a 2 kilowatt diesel heater, don't use one of those modified pumps, because the chances are you're going to have the same problem as me, and it's going to soot up because it is what would appear to be dosing too much diesel for a 2 kilowatt diesel heater. But we will see, time will tell. I mean, it lasted all winter, so I can't complain, can I? Oh yes, we've got heat coming out of here. Oh yeah, that is nice and toasty, and it's not even turned up. So there you are, it is working. The new controller's working, the extended cables seem to be okay. I've got hot air coming out of my vent down below. I can actually feel the heat. But the important thing is, what lessons have we learnt today? One important lesson is, if you've got a 2 kilowatt diesel heater, don't fit one of those modified so-called super quiet pumps to it, because the chances are it's going to overdose and you're going to end up sooting it up, just like I have this one here. And if you are thinking about taking one of these apart and fitting the heater out of one of these into your van, just bear in mind the wiring loom is really short. You will need to extend it. Well, there you go. Hopefully you found this video mildly entertaining, slightly informative. If you did, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't bought a ticket yet to win Proud Mary for £5, I will leave a link down below in the description of this video, purely for your convenience. What a glorious day. Look at that. I've got a diesel heater working. It's a beautiful sunny day. Life is good. Right, let's clear this mess up.